What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Heavenly Delusion Season 1, Episode 3. Let's just jump right straight into the reaction. As usual, timer-based reaction on YouTube, picture-in-picture version in the description below, so grab your copy of the episode if you're still on YouTube, because there's going to be a countdown. And the countdown for the timer starts now. Alright. Back to the fish. Oh, that looks sick, though. Oh, the sound designs. It is, I would say, almost sad to see that the biggest compliment that I can give is, wow, the monster isn't CGI. Nowadays, you would expect a monster like that to be, a man-eater like that to be a CG monster, but kind of goes to show how great the production is for this show. Tokyo, Kuku. Time to see the babies. Let's go. I don't know if I want to see the babies or not. Beyond the wall? Okay. Does Tokyo have that ability? Guess not. Ooh. Focusing on Kuku, that's interesting. Right. Always being watched. This is really creepy. Yeah. That's smart. Whoa. Whoa. The camera didn't pick them up. Somebody's messing around with the camera. Either it's an ability. or somebody actually, from the inside. Hmm. Oh, really great design. Really great. Oh. I love it, that delivery. Huh? The change in art style. Why did I never thought of this before? Because Maru has abilities. Where is he from? He's from the facility, isn't he? I can't believe I never talked about this until right now because I never thought about it. Great action scene. Lovely dynamic camera movement there. And dynamic character movement as well. Love how frantic everything is and the way they are moving. Ah, the vegetables are. Oh no, vegetables, marijuana. Yeah, yeah. They're absorbing the water. That's cool. That's cool. That's a great idea. Man, that is brilliant. Like, I love it when shows, especially, ones that revolves around action, doesn't always revolve or use the character's abilities, magical abilities even, to fight, and they're just using the environment and stuff. Like, it's always like the practical ideas that I love. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Cool shot. You better not get caught then. Red. Somebody's red there. Yeah. Oh, that is... Yeah, they're developing the monsters, right? The man-eaters. Bond, a connection. The way she moves around. But yeah. That was like a baby reaching out towards their mother. Yeah, something's up. From the camera surveillance and all. The director? Oh, the circle symbol, the eye symbol that are in the babies are also behind the director there. Yeah. They're not showing up in the... Somebody's helping them. Oh, that's... They're gonna find that. That's for sure. Whoa! That's... Is that meant to be like an incubation chamber? Like that's where they are creating the babies? Yeah, there's that symbol again. Hey, we saved your life. Thank you. Yeah. Be grateful. Yeah. Ooh. Right, information. Information is important. More so than money. Alright, that's our next step. Next stop, I mean. Oh. I think he knows. Mm-hmm. Mitsuba. Yeah. Ah, these aesthetics. You can faintly hear Kensuke Ushio's soundtrack in the back. Nice joke. Not sure how it was translated from Japanese to English, but nonetheless, I get the joke. Yo, Khan. Love that. It's all an experiment. It's all an experiment. Whoever's in charge of the surveillance camera, because again, like they see everything. I hate how uncomfortable I'm feeling. Who is that? Tokyo. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they're purposely making them feel this way, while also not educating them on the matter. What better way to see how a creature develops when left to their own devices? And because of her past experiences, seeing the babies, seeing what the other two were doing and everything, that is what makes her reject that kiss. She doesn't know how to feel. Yeah, she's the only one that isn't feeling that way. For now, at least. It's kind of cute. Okay, okay. Hmm. Not ominous at all. What does Taro know that we do not? Wow. I mean, once again, great episode. Um, yeah, I'm really loving this show a lot, actually. I'll talk some of the things that I think are great about this episode, specifically about the production first, and then we'll talk some theories because there's a couple that I want to talk about. So, first of all, production-wise, solid as usual. Um, the fight scene, or the entire scene in the beginning, actually, where Maru and Kiriko are fighting against the fish man-eater and stuff, like that entire scene I think was really well done. I love some of the quirky animation that they use for like the two characters as they are moving, as they are running away from this. Like instead of just like instead of just like running away like normally, there's some like quick quirky movement because they're like, yeah, they're panicking. There's a lot of emotions going on in their head. Like they have to think about some of the things, and it also aligns well with their personality. Like I love that. I love that the animation is able to portray these characters as good as they are in this show. A lot of really great cinematography again, right? Some use of was it even a CG environment or was it just clever use of 2D planners? But either way, there's a lot of really great camera movement in the beginning of the episode. Like just solid action direction, great execution story wise in regards to that fight sequence. Like I love that the show isn't. I love that the characters aren't relying heavily on their powers or their equipment that they currently have. Right, Kiriko has her gun, which is out of ammo, and then we have Maru with his superhuman abilities, which I want to talk about later during the theory part of the discussion. But I love that they are using their wits. Well, it's more so Kiriko using her brains. their brains. And it's the fact that they are able to deduce the fact that the fish is coated in water. So what do? We lure the fish into a place that absorbs water, and then the marijuana absorbs the water, and then the fish died, and then Maru can just eliminate the fish using his powers. And I'm like, that's really cool. Like, that is using the environment to the best of your abilities. And I love that. Because most of the time, especially when we're talking about like, I don't know, like shonen fights, for example, like, they always rely on their superhuman powers, they always rely on their abilities or their super weapons or whatever. Like, yeah, they're cool, but I like this. It's refreshing, is what I'm talking about. It's refreshing to see something that is surrounded by so many supernatural elements. There's so many fantastical elements, as I said, in this episode, in this entire world, even in this show, and yet the characters are still grounded within realism in a way. Like, this is a great example of this, and it just brings this whole world just more alive. I would say it's believable. It's, yeah, there are people with superpowers, but they are also still human at the end of the day, and they are still they are able to stand against these obstacles in ways that, you know, that doesn't rely entirely on their own strengths. They have to use their brains, they have to use their environments and all this. I'm going around in circles, but that was great. I was just ecstatic when that happened. Anything else? Background images, great. Animation, great. Character, great. The writing's also pretty good. I really enjoyed the writing a lot. And once again, like, I do love how we are cutting back and forth between the adventure side of things from the outside world with Maru and Kiriko, and then we get into the enclosed facility with Tokyo and everybody else within that space, and them trying to get out. I think they struck a good balance in going back and forth between this, because when I was watching the first episode, that was the one thing that I was kind of scared that the show is going to falter, because cutting back and forth between these two seemingly unrelated things, unrelated plot beats, if you will, can become messy, and a lot of shows have fallen into that problem. But so far, Heavenly Delusion has been doing it in a pretty good way, I would say. Like, yeah, they seem unconnected right now, but they both serve the same purpose, and that is to explore the mystery about the world, and it enticed me. The Kiriko and Maru plotline, I would say, is great as a as I mentioned before in a previous discussion, in a similar way that they are just exploring the world, going from place to place, and then we learn about the world through their adventure. It's not necessarily about the destination, it's about the journey for them. Whereas with Tokyo, because now I feel like Tokyo is going to be the main character within this side of the story, Tokyo's story is about the destination and not just the adventure. So, speaking of Tokyo, and this is a nice little segue to that part of the episode and me discussing theories and whatnot. This. They're making man-eaters. They're making the man-eaters in this facility, and then they are releasing it to the world. And here comes my theory, which connects with Maru as well, and that is, I don't think these two subplots, these two storylines, are necessarily within the same time frame, if you will. I feel like the facility stuff is in the past, and what we are seeing is in the future. Well, maybe not in a huge gap, but that's just how I'm feeling right now. Because Maru is a character with superhuman abilities, and I don't think I've ever discussed this further within the other episode discussions, but the fact that he has superhuman abilities means that he is most likely from here. He is from here. He is from this facility, right? Kiriko doesn't have superhuman abilities. She just so happens to be a freak experiment from this scientist, from this doctor that transplanted his brain into, that transplanted Hiruko's brain into Kiriko's body and all. But ultimately, she is still a human being that is just really, really good at some of the things that she does. Maru has superhuman abilities. The kids in this facility has superhuman abilities as well. And the fact that the kids in this facility were talking about which one was it? Who was the one who had the dreams? But oh my god, I'm forgetting their names. But one of them was talking to Tokyo, and how there's two characters, or they dream of two people saving them or something. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not entirely remembering the specifics of that dream, but they dream about something, about two people coming into the facility and whatever, and one of them looks like Tokyo. I mean, I don't want to... There's a bird chirping. I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but I can definitely hear it. It's kind of annoying. But, okay, so crazy theory. What if Tokyo is Maru's mother? Because this, again, this theory latches on the idea that these two plot lines are of a different timeline. I've been watching a lot of Dark, okay? I've been watching a lot of Dark, and I've been watching a lot of time travel shit, and that is ingrained in my head, and that is immediately what I'm thinking right now. So, theory time. Two separate time frames. Facility stuff is in the past. Maru and Kiriko is in the future. Whatever they are cooking in this facility, these babies that will turn into man-eaters because they have the same symbol, these things are gonna grow up and they're gonna become monsters, and they are going to wreak havoc into the world, and that is how we end up with the absolute state of the world as we know it. Because these kids, they are experiments. They are being controlled, right? They don't know what the outside world is, and I think that is on purpose. Maybe, just maybe, the outside world during this time frame is actually perfectly fine. Like, what if the outside world during this moment in time is actually pretty normal, and they are just so happen to be in this really, really freak facility with a bunch of crazy scientists that are just really in love with the idea of kids finding out their sexuality and identity? But this is in the future. This is definitely in the future because of how technologically advanced they are. But it's just, now comes the question of like, why? Why are they making this? Because they are showing the babies here. It is giving me, and it's also because of this, right? It's also because of the fact that we saw, who's the guy that Tokyo is now in love with? shit. Let me see. Kona. So Kona's the one who's drawing a lot of stuff, right? He's drawing a lot of weird stuff. One of the drawings is the fish with the legs. Or the arms, even. And I mentioned in the previous episode, how the hell does he know about the fish? Well, what if the fish was never even been created in the first place? Think about it. Like this is starting to make a lot of more sense now. If this is the case, if this is from a different, if these are two different timelines. Because it would make a lot of sense that these babies that they are seeing will eventually turn into the monsters that we saw later on with Kiriko and Maru's adventure. And then they're going to use the kids' ideas and abilities, especially like Kona's drawings, for example, as like blueprints for whatever the babies turn out to be. Like, I don't know, but that's like the one thing that I'm currently thinking right now, because that's the one thing that makes more sense. Because how the hell does he know? How the hell does he know about the fish? How the hell does he know about the fish with the arms? Oh man, if that is the case, then I am so ecstatic. I am so ecstatic. Because if that is the case, if this is the past, and Tokyo is Maru's child, because it would make more sense considering that they said that they look a lot like Tokyo. It would make sense. And if that is the case, then Kona is probably the father, because Tokyo and Kona are now being developed into a thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. And speaking of these babies, right, let me go back just a bit. So, I think this is a good place to see it, but there is this one I am also noticing that these are all individual babies, except for this one, this place that has two babies within them. So, if we do end up seeing a creature that is like twins within Kiriko and Maru's adventure, that would seal this theory for me. Because there is two babies right here. There are two babies that are in one place right now, in this one section. So if we do see a creature that is like twins or conjoined or there's like two of them or whatever, like that is just boom. Theory confirmed. We haven't seen that yet, so can't really speak on it yet. But there is this one red line here. There's this one red indicator, and I don't know what this is. Like everything else is like yellow, fine. But then there's this one that is like red, so I don't know what this red is signifying. Dead baby, missing baby, I don't know, because everything else seems perfectly fine. Like, I'm not sure about this. But another thing that I do want to talk about, especially in regards to like this current situation, who's responsible for the camera? Like who? Whomst? Because Tokyo and Kuku, they are running around in this facility and going up into the walls and going to different facilities and different places that they're not supposed to go for. But the camera doesn't pick them up. 107:17. I don't know what date this is. Day, month, year, but if the year is 01, then that would not make sense. Curious. Unless if the calamity apocalyptic event that happened on Earth happened already, and the outside world within this timeline is already fucked up, then I think it would make more sense if they just reset the calendar once that apocalyptic event happened. So this is like a year and a half after that event. most likely. But I don't know. I don't know what the T stands for. But yeah, the fact that the camera isn't really picking them up, and this happened multiple times in this episode, especially here as well, like they're not picking that up. Somebody, see, look, like here. I don't know if it's the actual. I don't think it's them. I don't think the people, the security responsible for monitoring, these cameras are the one who are doing it. I think there's somebody else who is doing it from the outside. The question is who and why. The only other theory that I can think of is that they are purposefully letting these kids go so they can bloom more. I don't know what word to search for. Keeping them, giving them the illusion of freedom that they can do whatever they want, and they can't, especially for Tokyo specifically. And she can't, she cannot be caught or whatever. And they are leaving her to her own devices, and to see how far that Tokyo is going to search or to find the truth. Because this facility's fucked up. It's I mean, the only other show that is reminding me of this, and this is probably gonna be a bad comparison, it's Darling in the Franxx, because it's a similar situation where you have a group of kids who have no idea how sexuality works, and they are leaving them to their own devices, and we explore how these kids develop as individual persons, and they discover their own identities and their own sexualities and all that stuff. And I love, stories like that. I don't think no. Darling in the Franxx is not a good comparison. I would say from the New World, Shinsekai Yori is a better it's a better comparison, because that's a better show. But yeah, it's this, again, it's this closed place where you have these kids who are seemingly being given freedom to do whatever they want without any supervision, and nobody's telling them to do, nobody's telling them what they are doing is right or wrong. But it is creepy, especially looking at, the characters, the people who are looking at them and thinking of like, oh, these kids are kissing again, oh, these kids are going after this again, and the fact that, one of them probably took that photo of what was her name again? Maybe Hime in the shower. Like, that is creepy, because it's clear that maybe Hime isn't the one who sent that to our old buddy Shiro. Shiro is his name, right? I am just looking at the character sheets for the show. But yeah, that's kind of creepy. It's creepy because they are deliberately controlling their lives, and these kids have no idea that how much their lives are actually being controlled. Which goes into the theme of the show of controlling your own self and becoming who you are, which ties nicely to Kiriko's journey, as she is also trying to find out who she is. Trying to find their identity as who are they really? Are they still Haruki, or are they half Kiriko, or are they somebody new or somebody else? Like I love the show. I love this show. Anything else I want to talk about? I don't think so. Oh yeah, what's her name? Taro. What does she know that we do not? What do they know? Because they know that this place is dangerous. I'm curious to find out why they are. What is up with their disease that they are currently having? Is it a failed experiment? Is it actually a disease? Questions. But either way, love this show. I love this show. Oh my god, I almost forgot to talk about the director and this. Let me see if I can find that scene here. What is this? Mina. Same symbol, so we know that this is the baby's eyes or the symbol of this organization. But like, dude, this is. It's the fact that, see, I don't even know what is being incubated there. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what is being created. I don't know if it's the humans, the kids. I don't know if it's like the monsters, the man-eaters. Is it both? I don't know. Here's another crazy thought. What if the man-eaters, the babies that we saw, they are just failed they are just human babies that have failed to become normal humans. And that would explain why the humans or the kids in this facility has superhuman abilities, because they're not 100% human. They are imitations of a human. And this facility is trying to see how much human actions that these creations will undergo and what they'll do. I don't know. But that's pretty much it for my discussion for Heavenly Delusion episode 4. I'm enjoying this show a lot. Even if all of my theories will end up becoming like wrong or whatever, like I don't care. Like, it's fun. This is fun. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong though in the comment section. Just, you know, just let me know your thoughts and whatever. But don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. See you all next time for the next episode of Heavenly Delusion. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace.